G'day everyone, joined by Tom at Euroa, where we're going to take a look at our runners on Australia Day and also take a look at our runners on Saturday, so it's a marathon edition. Let's kick off tomorrow at Caulfield. Our first runners in race 2, a 1400 metre race for 3-year-old fillies. We've got Domesticated for Regan Bayliss.
She's only lightly raced, had the 3 starts and been placed on each occasion. I think she'll run well. You might see the best of her once she gets over a little bit further.
Race 3 is the Blue Diamond Preview for Colts and Geldings. We've got Wait for No One, again Regan Bayliss.
I think he's a smart colt. He won well at Caulfield at his only start and he ran well down the straight. He led into the headwind on that occasion. He boxed on pretty solidly, but I think he's got an excellent winning chance.
The fillies edition of the Blue Diamond Preview, we've got Chillip, Craig Williams.
She's a really smart filly. She's drawn to get a good run. I just hope that she doesn't get too far back. When she won at Moonee Valley, she came from last. I think she's a really smart filly on track to the Blue Diamond.
Race 6 is over 1600 metres again for 3-year-olds. We've got Astley, Regan Bayliss.
He last start raced like he's looking for the 1600. Drawn a bit awkwardly, will probably get back in the run. But he's very fit and been working well heading into the race.
Race 7 is the listed John Dillon Stakes over 1400 metres. Last start impressive winner, Grand Rosso.
This horse is absolutely flying. It's a relatively quick back up, but if he's held his form, which I think he has, I think he's going to be right in the money again.
In race 8 on the card, we've accepted with Chivalry to run over 1200 metres, but we've also accepted with him to run at Morphettville over 1200 on Saturday. Where will he be going?
We've elected to send him to Adelaide. He's drawn 1 there, and it looks a more winnable race on paper, so gets into that race in Adelaide with a lightweight. So we'll try and get him back into form heading to Adelaide.
We've got 1 runner up at Randwick tomorrow, and that's Lionhearted in the 1200 metre 3-year-old maiden for Tommy Berry, gate 12.
Yeah, drawn a bit awkwardly, but he can go forward, and he's had experience racing in Sydney. He's a well-bred colt, and this looks a race where we can get a metro win with him.
So what would you say our best is on Australia Day, Tom?
I really like Chillip, and I think that Wait for No One will be hard to beat too.
Okay, moving on to Friday night at the Valley, we've got 3 runners. The first is in race 1, a 1200 metre maiden, My Aim Is True for Regan Bayliss.
She's been knocking on the door. She goes into blinkers. She's had the benefit of a couple of runs now, but she'd probably need to improve to be winning.
Race 2 is a 1000 metre event for 2-year-olds. We've got a debutante by Nakoni from Homage called Tata Madiba.
He looks a nice colt. He was bought from the Ready to Run sale. It's just whether he finds around the valley a little bit sharp for him, but watch for him hitting the line late.
And in race 8 at the Valley Friday night, we've got another last start winner in Moral Outrage for Michael Walker.
He's a leader, and if he gets it his own way, he can be hard to run down. So it'll just depend on the speed in the race, but he's going in with winning form.
Moving on to Flemington Saturday in race 2 is a 1400 metres for fillies and mares. We've got 2 runners. The first is Cat's Wish for Craig Williams.
She's nice and fit now and had the benefit of a couple of runs here at Melbourne. Would rate her an each-way chance.
And New Summer Night for Regan Bayliss.
She hit the line hard at Flemington with not a lot of luck last start, so if she gets the right run, she's a get-back run on horse, she should figure in the money.
Race 4, over 1600 metres. First up from a break is Honey Steele's Goal for Jake Duffy.
He's a hurdler, but he has been working exceptionally well. He's a lovely, clean-winded horse, and he might run a cheeky race at odds.
Race 5, over 2000 metres. We've got 2 runners. The first is Extra Zero for Bo Merton's Claiming 2.
He was an eye-catching run last start at Caulfield. He loves this track and distance, and I'd love to see the 10-year-old salute again.
And the second of our runners is Flying Light for Regan Bayliss.
Sits up on the pace. He wasn't suited last start at Flemington leading into the headwind, but his form before that was excellent, so I think he could bounce back.
Race 6 is the $250,000 Inglis Dash over 1100 metres down the straight for 3-year-olds. We've got 3 runners in that. The first is Rampage for Luke Nolan.
First up, he's a good, consistent horse, and I think he'll run well.
Second of our runners returning from a couple of runs in Sydney is Magnetar for Michael Walker.
Yeah, his form before going to Sydney was pretty solid. This race has got great prize money on offer, so hopefully he can get a check.
And rounding out the trio is Furyk, going for 4 in a row for Corey Parrish.
Yeah, she's a really promising filly, provided she handles the straight course. I think she'll be the fancied of the three, and she's absolutely flying heading into the race.
Race 7 is the listed Kensington Stakes, again down the straight, but over 1,000 metres. Again, 3 runners. The first up from a break, Churchill Dancer for Mick D.
It's got fantastic straight track Flemington form. It's just whether he'll take a race or two now that he's got a bit of age on his side.
Second of our runners is KJ's Joy.
Been working exceptionally well and come through the Flemington jump outs. Looks like she's in good form. First time down the straight and might find the short trip just a little bit sharp.
And third runner is Super Fun for Craig Williams.
Ran well first up. He's nice and fit heading into the race, and I think he's an each way chance in what's a tough race.
Race 8 is over 1,400 metres. We've got last start winner again, Bradman for Jordan Childs.
Yeah, this looks a really good race for him. He likes the track and distance. Jordan won on him last start, so you'd have to say he's a good chance again.
Final then on the card, the 1,800 metre handicap. We've got Golden Mane for Ben Thompson claiming 2.
Yeah, he's got his share of weight in this race, but comes into it nicely after the claim. I think he's ready to hit form. I thought his last start at Caulfield wasn't too bad.
And on to Morphettville Saturday, we've already mentioned Chivalry in race 3. Race 4 is a 3-year-old maiden over 1,100 metres. We've got Takareed.
Yeah, I think she looks to have come through the jump outs well. I think that she'll be a good each way chance. I'll be disappointed if she didn't go top 3.
And race 7 over 1,800 metres, we've got Dawn of Hope for Jason Holder.
She's been a bit frustrating. She's been losing her position coming into the corner, but then finding the line. So hopefully she can sit a bit closer in the run. She's very fit, and hopefully we can get her back into winning form.
And can you find a couple of winners for us on the weekend, Tom?
I think winning form's good form. I'd stick with Bradman, and I'd have something on the old boy extra 0 each way.
Thanks, Tom.